Okay, quick question. I'm not feeling good today, so I was just laying in the dark and just thinking, right? And there's a little piece of sunlight in here. I was thinking, what if everybody is not meant to be like, you know how people feel like, you're light, you have a purpose, like people, like the positive people, right? They're naturally really positive people that were sent here to do something. What if there's an opposite? People that will sit here to be evil. Cause I had a interaction with somebody that was weird as fuck and dark. And I realized everybody is not positive. Like you have the fake woke people, right? But if you really pay attention, it's like some people will just sit and lurk and wait to build, a case. And it's just crazy to me, like how some people are just so evil. You get what I'm saying? Like look at the news. Just look at the news. Everybody can't be positive. Everybody is not light. You have dark. That's their mission. Like you have a good mission, you have a bad mission. That's just what some people sign up to do, like, this incarnation. That's just how I feel. That's just what I came to realize. Like you as a light, you have to recognize these characteristics and these things and separate from them because they try to turn you dark. I think that a lot of things can be found in cartoons, like a lot of life lessons and like real things basically. So you remember in a cartoon like how they have like the good guy and the bad guy. Like it's Batman and it's Joker. But in real life it's not always that clear cut. Like it's just not that simple. Like you have some people that are complex and you have some people that that seem to be good but they're really bad. Like you got to look at their actions and like when things happen how they react because people always go back to like their natural state. You get what I'm saying? Like if something happens and you just take it all the way to a 10, you just want to do some really messed up stuff to people. Like that really shows who you really are. Like you don't never really know people until they get mad. So like if they get mad around you, pay attention. Because you know what? One day it's gonna be you. You gonna be on the receiving end of that. So you gotta know when to make your exit. Because it's like some really evil people out here. I realized whenever you're trying to speak life into somebody and you it's clear like, after some time that they don't want to receive it, you have to just let that person be. Like just let them be. Because they've already made up their mind. Like some people just want to be messed up individuals. Like some people don't want no help. Like some people do all this complaining and act like they want to change, but they really don't. So you just have to like let them live into that. And I was just thinking about how you meet people, right? Like say you meet somebody and they on the side of the road. He's like, oh my God, like how can you be on the side of the road? How can anybody like do you like that? Like you don't deserve this. But then once you get to know the person, guess what happens at the end of your situation with them? Like I was thinking about a past relationship. You see why that person was staying where they were staying, you know what I'm saying, or where they were when you met them because at the end of your relationship they were return back to their situation. Like you put out because you are disrespectful, like you are just like a terrible human being. So it's like just because you see like a stray dog, you get what I mean? Like you get what I'm saying? Like it's an act. And you don't find out until later. You know how people always have them sob stories like it's everybody else's fault, but you don't pay attention at the time. It's just like, oh no, that's so messed up. Like how can somebody do you like that? Especially now in the pandemic, a lot of people gonna play people using the pandemic. A lot of people been out of work, a lot of people been a lot of stuff. So they really gonna use that and they to their advantage to take advantage of good people. So you just really have to be on the lookout. Like, this world is crazy. Like, I was just sitting here thinking about a lot of stuff. And you really have to be on your toes these days. So I say all that to say every stray dog does not need help. And the type of help that they need, you cannot help them. Like, it's internal, it's mental, it's all kinds of things that you cannot like change. The person has to change themselves. And some people would prefer to live in a state of delusion and looking at other people's lives and being a hater towards other people because they really hate themselves. So it's like you really have to be careful. That's why I created this channel, because I don't want you to get played. Like, whoever takes the time to listen to me, I want you to be smart. And I don't want you to get played in some situations like I was played. So, it's really just the cautionary things that I bring up and life lessons that I'm discussing with you. Like a real conversation that I have with my friends, because at this point, you know, that's where we are. So just be smart, Don't just pay attention. Pay close attention. Don't listen to what people say. Look at what they do and how they react. And don't think that it can't be you that's on the receiving end of something bad, because it can be. Just be careful.